Got a big box of spec. Bringing it to you. What is up, Defects? As you can see, Matt Forge all by himself today for Defects Spec. Guys, we're going to do this a little differently than usual. Instead of the regular 4 to 6 picks, I'm just going to show you my box of spec. It's not my only box of spec. It was just one I had around. It's pretty recent. 90% of it is recent. I don't know how many books is here. 3/4 of a long box, short box, excuse me. So we're just going to go through it together. I think there's some stuff that I've never talked about in here, so you probably are going to get some new picks. So get your pens and papers ready. Before we get into it, of course, we got our sponsor, Erod212, Express Comic Book Pressing. It's going to hook your books up clean and press. He sends them to CGC, CBCS. Use code DEFECTS10, 10% off. And of course, Mutant Beaver Comics, Canada's #1 online comic shop. They got exclusives. They got a pull list. Hit them up. DEFECTS10, 10% off your order. All right, guys. Without further ado, let's get into some spec. Like I said, this is not usual. We're taking July easy. We're coming back full force in August. So let's go through this book. Let's go through this box and see what I got in here and see if you guys like any of this. Some of it you definitely know. Some of it you probably don't. All right. So right off the bat, we got Ghost Rider 31, Midnight Suns. All right. We all know about that. I have 3 copies in here. And on the back of this one, we actually have a little bonus. We have Miss Marvel, number 16, the first meeting between Carol Danvers and Kamala Khan. Shout out to UniX for calling this one way back when. That's the first place I heard it. Don't know who the first one said was. But that's where I got this idea from. So like I said, a couple of those Ghost Rider 31s, everybody knows, horror, Midnight Suns. Let's keep it moving. This is Thor 439, and on the back is 438. This is important because 440 and 441, you have this 4 issue is Thor Corpse, and the Love and Thunder storyline could have something to do with this. We might get a debut of Thor Corpse. I think that's either the 440 or 441. It's the white cover. So these are 2 of those issues. I know I have the other 2 somewhere. I don't think they're in this box. But Thor Corpse, I'm definitely specking on. I have a bunch of those. Darkhold, #1. We all know what we saw in WandaVision. Darkhold 1. This has some first appearances. I think it's the Darkholders. So I grabbed a bunch of these. These are all recent, guys. I'll tell you when it's not recent. All right, I had 2 or 3 copies of that. Recent pickup, $1. All right. Here's one that I have not talked about yet, and Jay's probably going to be mad at me for sharing it, but I'm bringing it to you guys. So breaking news, Avengers 71. This is when Dane Whitman, the Black Knight, joins the Avengers. If you don't think this is happening in the MCU at some point, you're nuts. This is a super, super crisp copy. I'm psyched to have that. Talked about this recently. Fantastic Four 273, first cover appearance of Nathaniel Richards. We know that's big. We know the Kang stuff is going nuts right now. I got another one of those. I got a ton of those. So I'm still buying those. So if you know, I'm buying them. That's all. I'm not telling you to buy them. I'm buying them. We got the Punisher Annual 2. We got Punisher and Moon Knight's first fight / meetup. Awesome cover. Love the pink. Gotta have 2 of those. I think there's another one hiding somewhere in here. Definitely a book I'm grabbing. First full Abigail Brandt, Astonishing X-Men 6. I think this is going to be huge. I don't have enough copies of that book. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is Infamous Iron Man #1. This is the 1 in 10. I think it's Diodato. The first Tony Stark as an AI. I'm hearing a lot of rumors about this. You know the regular cover. Not a lot of people know about this 1 in 10. So it's a sleeper, guys. And it's a pretty nice cover. The next couple books are Lords of the Longbox TiVo Spec. I don't remember the first appearances. Honestly, I don't even want to say them because you should go over to his channel and watch it. That's his Blade long-term spec list. We have Blade #1. That cover right there. These are all first appearances, guys. Go check out his video. Wolverine versus Blade. I think this is from 2019, #1. This is a variant Wolverine versus Blade, #1. And then another Wolverine versus Blade #1. There's first appearances there. There's another one. TiVo, good call on that. Long-term spec list. Go check it out. Blade's long-term spec list on Lords of the Longbox. Couple of issues of Marvel Knights 4, number 16, the fourth Timekeeper. Who knows? They were dollar books. It may not pan out. Another first. Okay, we haven't talked about this yet. I'm going to just talk about it quickly. I'm not going to spend too much time because we may do a whole issue, defect spec on this. Avengers 350, Dane Whitman, Cersei. That's all I'm going to say. I have several copies in here of that book. Okay. I'm not going to give you too much more than that. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Read between the lines. Killmonger #1. This is dope. Second print, guys. Hard to find. This is not a cheap book as is, but if we get Killmonger back, or even in the what if, this book is probably going to just keep going up. It's his Solar series, and it's that second print. Crispy copy. Another book that people don't know what it is, Invincible Iron Man #1, the steampunk variant. This is Riri. That cover A of this is going crazy. This is like a $40 book raw and high grade. Don't sleep on this book. Other books that we talked about recently, that Punisher 218 second print. I love this cover. It's Punisher in the War Machine armor. Who knows, but it's already an expensive book and people don't know what that is, so you may still find it in backpins. 2 copies of that. I'm big on this one. Moon Knight 36, first Randall Spector as Shadow Knight. We talked about that. And of course, number 35 is first Randall Spector. I think I said Randall Knight. Randall Spector. His first appearance, brother of Mark. We talked about this a few weeks back. Definitely 2 books you want to have. Don't miss them in the back bins. All right, here's another first. Haven't talked about this yet either. Spectacular Spider-Man 178. First appearance of Ashley Kafka. She is the founder of Ravencroft, the Ravencroft Institute. That's all I'm going to say about that one. Definitely have myself a handful of copy of those. Cheap book right now. Book I got a while ago. This isn't new, but I know it's heated up recently. Champions #7. I think that's Dark Star and Crimson Dynamo. Definitely a book if you find you want to grab. Champion 7. The next couple books are scrolls. Some of them you know, 2 of them you don't. I'm not going to go into the 2 you don't. I'm just going to say they're scrolls. This is New Avengers 40. That's first Queen Varanki. Not that second print. The second print wraparound is the one you want because she's on the cover. Runaway 7. Again, I'm not going to get into it. She-Hulk 22. This is first Jacinda. I think she kind of is rumored to be in the She-Hulk series because she is a scroll that looks like She-Hulk. Not a cheap book right now, but if you can find it, grab it. Cage, number 14. We talked about this. Rick Mason's first full comic book, not Marvel graphic novel, comic book appearance. I think this character is going to be big in the MCU. If you haven't watched Black Widow, go. I'm not going to spoil it, but this is the book you don't want to sleep on because it's very cheap. We know Marvel graphic novel 57 is his first actual appearance, first full comic book appearance right there. This is The Beyonder, Secret Wars 2, number 3. This is a book you could still get for cheap. West Coast Avengers 55. Jay, put me onto this one. Dark, I think this is Dark Scarlet Witch. All right, a book we also talked about, but some variants. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 9. This is Spider-Gwen's second appearance. This is that Groot variant. And then we have, I think this is a 1 in 10 or a 1 in 25. This is the Spider-Verse, the Web Warriors variant. It was like a animation variant, I think, of Spider-Gwen's second appearance, Amazing Spider-Man number 9. I think that's from 2015. Definitely not new. Definitely got this a while ago, but New Avengers number 1. I think that's the first Dark Avengers. This is a book you do not want to sleep on either. That just keeps going up. Talked about this. I told you I buy them when I tell you I'm buying them. Hawkeye number 1. This is a recent pickup. Her first, Kate Bishop's first solo series. That's gone up. This is Invincible Iron Man number 3. I think this is her Riri's first in-story appearance as Ironheart. We know this, the number 1 and number 3 of this series are going up like nuts. We talked about this one earlier. Uni X put us on. Miss Marvel 16, Kamala Khan, and Carol Danvers. This I've talked about on the channel, but we never really featured it, so kind of new. Amazing Spider-Man 567. First time Peter wears Daredevil's costume. Could that happen? Maybe, right? We know he's in trouble. We know we have a feeling Matt Murdock's going to be in the next Spider-Man movie. Who knows? And I think this is also Kraven the Hunter's daughter or niece first appearance. So maybe. A couple more Punisher 218s. I'm not going to spend some time on that. 218, 219. I love this cover. Okay. This is a super hard book to find. Invincible Iron Man #1, the second print. That blue text is what gives it away. Expensive book. Riri Williams spec right here. Another #3. File of L's first cameo. Captain Marvel 16. I got those a while ago, 3 or 4 of those. I got 2 first Red Hulks, #1s. See, I sent them in for a 9A pre-screen. They didn't get it. I have a bunch of the different variants on this one. Mighty Avengers #1. This is I can't remember the name of it. It was like a limited exclusive. This is the first time we see Monica Rambeau as Spectrum. We got Luke Cage on the cover. This is really dope. This is not one you see often, so don't pass this up. I have almost every variant for this book because I think she's going to be Spectrum, and I think a lot of people are finally figuring that out. Okay. Now take a second, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, all that good stuff. And stay tuned to the end because I'm going to talk about the 5K giveaway. We're almost there, like 20 subs away, maybe less by the time you guys watch this. So stay tuned to the end because we're going to run that pretty soon. Getting down to the end here. First Korvac. You guys know I've been talking about this forever. Giant Size Defenders #3. I have several copies. Not a new spec. Definitely got that years ago. Avengers, what is this? I think it's a new event. No, Avengers 35. This is the first time we see Sam as Cap in story. Cheap book still. Now it's starting to heat up a little bit. I got that not too long ago. First, Joaquin Torres as Falcon. Sam Wilson, Captain America 6. That's first in story. That book has finally started to catch some heat. Don't sleep on those. Those went to sleep a little bit on price. Don't forget about those. This is happening. Sam Wilson, Captain America #3, his first cover. This is the money book right now, I believe, in that black cover. Oh, sorry, #5. That black cover is super hard in 9.8. I've never seen a 9.8. Okay. I have several copies of this, but only one right here. The New Mutants #9. This, I can't remember her name. It starts with a C or an S. This is what they believe is the first mutant. So worth a cheap grab, $5. Why not? Several copies of this in high grade because you never know. They may do a origin and she may come in a flashback in the MCU. Totally Awesome Hulk #1. First Amadeus Cho as the Hulk. This book is heating up, especially in 9.8. Don't sleep. Secret Invasion. I told you about the scrolls. I'm heavy into the scrolls. Secret Invasion 1 and that 1 in 75. All right. A book you could have got 6 months ago for $20 or less. Black Panther. Black and White, the prologue, #50. This is first Kevin Cole as Black Panther. Another book, hard to find. We told you about this a while ago. It is really, really heating up. First, Nathaniel Richards, Fantastic Four 272. That's the first appearance of Nathaniel Richards. Again, Kang, Nathaniel Richards, Fantastic Four. Come on, we know what's happening. The Book of Doom #1. We told you about this when we did our Doom series, our first ever defect spec. Me and the Butcher told you about this. This book is going to go crazy when Doom hits because all his other keys are absolutely out of reach. Okay. Don't sleep on it. Recent pickup for sure. Thor 617, first Kid Loki. We saw him in, this is before episode 6. So in episode 5 and 4, we saw him. He's still around. Does he make it to the Young Avengers? I'm going to find out by holding on to that. Strange Academy #1. I think it's a J. Stock Campbell store exclusive, but I'm heavy on Strange Academy. I'm going to try to get a bunch of 9.8s on that. A book I got a while ago, but we just featured on Cold Keys. This is the last one right here, I think. Thor God of Thunder #2. Come on. Christian Bale as Gore. Come on, man. You know this is going to be big. It's just going to keep going up. Do I have anything else that I want to show you? Okay, why not? I mean, you know this one already, right? Avengers 48, first Black Dane Whitman as Black Knight. I think there's a couple books sitting to my left that I really want to show you guys, but I'm going to hold off because I showed you like 4 new books already, and I really didn't plan on it. We're going to leave it at that. We're going to do it on another video. So make sure you sub up and stay tuned, because we do these twice a month, spec videos twice a month. All right, defects. Like I said, a little bit different today. I hope you enjoyed that. I forgot some of the books that were in here. I hope you have some of these, or most of them, or you're able to get them very soon. 5K giveaway, guys. I'm going to pop the video up in this corner, I think. Click on it. That's how you enter if you're new. Very easy. Watch the video, sub up, like. You got to comment something. So do it now. If you're new, you definitely don't want to miss this. We got crazy giveaways, and it shows you what we're giving away in that video. I think that's about it. I'll see you guys at Terrificon. I don't know when this video is dropping, so I'm assuming it's going to be right before. For the Pressable Defects, I'm Matty Forge. We'll catch you next time.